Good afternoon, everyone. Bill here with KB Treks. I am solo. I'm actually on a business trip, so Carrie is not with me, and you might not be able to guess where I'm from, or where I'm at, I should say, but maybe you saw it in the entrance. I'm actually near Honolulu, Hawaii. I am at Diamond Head Park, and I'm going to try to hike up this mountain to go see the view up there. And I've been in Hawaii for about a week for business, and this is like the first time I actually got a chance to get some downtime to vlog. So I'm very happy to be here to go check this place out. So the thing to be made aware of is reservations are required, at least for right now, to go up to the peak. And there's two types of reservations. One is for parking, and the way how I understand this is, if you paid for parking and the hike, you can go up the tunnel. Otherwise, if you have not been able to pay for parking online or get that reservation online, this is the farthest you can go. So I had to park in this little lot here, and I'm going to hike up that way. I was able to get a reservation for entry only, so someone could either drop me off, or I have to, hike up from this point on, or even possibly have to park farther down the mountainside. This is an absolutely stunning view already, and I'm not even near the peak. Again, this is the parking lot where I just parked my car, and this is nice to have a thing here so you know what the locations are. So I'm gonna butcher names because I'm horrible at names. This is a range, the Kaulua Range. Again, I'm gonna butcher these things. Coco Crater is that peak over there. To the right is Coco Head, and then you can't really see it because of the cloud cover, but out of the distance, that is Maui, the island of Maui. I was actually over there for the first couple days of my work trip. Beautiful island. And again, now I'm near Hawaii, Honolulu. I'm not even sure if I'm technically in Honolulu or not. I'm so bad with the geography. And again, the view here is just amazing. Looking at the ridges and the cloud cover, it's just beautiful. But let's make our way for the hike here. Oh boy, I would have been mad at myself. I just realized I forgot my water in the car. As I walked by, I happened to look through the window to check to see if the door was locked, and it was in there. And go, oops, okay, I'm going to grab that. So here's a sign to let you know there's no entry after 4, and reservations are required to go past this point. Hiking, $5, parking is 10. Yeah, or at least it was 10 at my lot, which is good for up to, I think it said 4 hours. First thing we got to do is we got to go through this cut tunnel through the mountain. I'm going to try to keep track of how long it takes me to walk up there. And I'm kind of a novice when it comes to hiking. So we'll see here. From what I read, it's about 2 hours is what's going to take me to walk to the point and back. And I'm even farther away from the main part. Something that's interesting is this tunnel is only wide enough for cars to go one way at a time. So when you come up, if you're driving, there's stoplights to let groups of people go one way or the other. So I'm kind of walking away, but you can see they're lined up at a stoplight, ready for their turn. Just found the sign to Diamond Head Park. Oh, it already feels like it's far away. So I got a poor view here, so to speak, because I am actually in a crater. If you look, all 360 degrees from me, ever since I went through the tunnel, has a ridge around it. So we are in a crater. There's more signs warning you about advanced reservations required, hiking $5, parking 10. So I just checked in, and again I paid my registration online. They had a QR code on a sign at the parking lot that I was at, and that's how I was able to go to the website to pay. And walking in, here's the lot. I thought it was interesting, all the parking reservations were full, but this lot is only about half full, I'd say. But whatever, I'm getting my steps in, right? The Diamond Head Visitor Center, so here I can go to get some souvenir, a shirt, maybe a postcard. Now I'm going to head into Diamond Head State Monument Park. There's a nice pavilion, there's some water and vending machines. And I'm going to follow the sign here for the hiking trail entry. They also have a water bottle refill station or two over there. That's good if you have a refillable water bottle. Got a sign here about the hiking to the crater and the history. So I parked down here, I believe, or down here. I went to the tunnel, and I'm right about here now. Elevation 200 foot. So I got this windy road and some stairs. I'm gonna try to make it up here. I believe I'm officially on the trail, and these trees are really cool looking. Things like you don't get in Minnesota. Kind of wish it was a different time of year so there'd be more canopy in the tree for some shade. Alright, forgive my heavy breathing. It's been about 20 minutes since I left my car, and I'm at almost 0.4 miles from that point. I'm feeling it. I really feel it because we still have to do that incline to get up there. Whew. I think I'm in a little bit of luck now because the sun is behind the ridge from where I'm at. Unfortunately, it looks like the incline's going to get steeper. Oh boy. There does appear to be a bench at this location for a break. This is actually the second stop I've seen along the way. They also have an audio tour. I don't know what that's about. I didn't look to see any signs before I started my ascent. The ground is a little rocky at parts, so not recommended for wheelchairs or people who have trouble with terrain. Alright, this is the first viewable spot I can see back down to the crater. From here, that's the visitor center that appears. As of this point, it's been almost a mile trek for me since I left my car. So I'm not sure what it is from the visitor center, but that's from where I parked at that one lot before the tunnel. I always find stuff like this interesting. These are the layers of rock that have formed over the years, or that have been cut out, that you can see. Okay, this is going to get a little more steep and treacherous, because this is the way I'm going to go now. And you just see that it's lava formed the rocks here, and it's also been worn down over time from people walking on them, creating it a lot more smoother. Well, the view is already amazing so far, and I'm maybe 2/3 way up, not really sure, but can't wait to see the ocean from here. Still got a little bit more to go. I got a retaining wall. You can use a sit here if you wanted to. A sign down below said, past whatever point, there was no more trash cans. So make sure you carry your stuff that you brought in. Get it all back out. Alright, so here's where I'm at now. I'm kind of near the top. They do have a spot here that kind of goes into the rock where I can see over the valley to the other side to the ocean. Oh, the breeze is fantastic. Oh. The view already up here is amazing. And I still got a little bit more I can go. And you can see down there is the tunnel and the welcome center. Oh, looks like you could rest on that, whatever that is over there. Or a little breather, kind of live in the shade. But I'm going to start my ascent. Alright, get on these couple steps here. And push forward. Onward and upward I shall go. Okay, where am I at now? So that was that little place where I kind of pulled off to look at the scenery. And near the top, got a little sitting resting area here. Someone left their trash. Thanks, people. And now I'm going to go up the staircase portion, which I think is kind of the toward the end of the ascent. I believe the sign said 84 steps. So off I go. There seems to be a tunnel cut through the rock that looks like it goes quite a distance. We're going to walk through next. At least the tunnel is lit, so that's nice, because I don't see the end. Alright, here's the end of the tunnel. So at the top of the tunnel here it says that we are here. And it recommends either we can go these stairs up here to the summit, or they recommend us going this way and then coming back down the steps. And for you to see, here's what the steps look like. They're pretty steep. So I'd rather go down those, so I'm going to go left. Alright, coming out of that tunnel area, here's one of the overlooks. Looks similar to the other spot we were a few minutes before. It's beautiful up here. Nice breeze, helps keep cool. So according to my phone's app, I've walked 1.3 miles since I left the car, which is on the other side of that tunnel. So it's been 1.3 miles to go through the tunnel, down the Welcome Center, and then up the path to where I am at this point. At this point, it has also taken me about 40 minutes since I left my car to get here. I haven't really paused much. I'm kind of on a deadline, unfortunately, but I'm going to start going up this next set of stairs to hopefully reach the next lookout sooner rather than later. Oh man, I am not cut out for this, and this is going to be a steep part of the incline. I really need to start getting better, in the shape better, and whatever when I get home. And this time, I mean it. Haha, start laughing now. Alright, so according to that one sign, as I got out of the tunnel, these are the middle steps. I can go directly to the outlook, or I can go this way to another outlook, and then I think I come back to these. So while I'm up here, I might as well check out these other outlooks. Alright, I made the adjacent overlook, and these signs are nice because they can point out things, but basically that direction is north. So the northeast, those mountains over there are the Coco crater and head, and Maui is, the island of Maui is back there, kind of poking out of the clouds. On the island of O'ahu, we are over here, kind of on the southeast side of the island. So this is approximately south, looking down at the ocean, and so that's southeast. I'm gonna make my way back to those metal stairs that will go up further. I think those were 87 steps. The ones that went up to the tunnel, the first set of steps, were actually 90. No, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not gonna go back and count. I'll go back and read the sides again. Alright, here I go again on my own. 4, 5, 6, 7, 80 more to go. Okay, I made it up that set of stairs. A little higher view, kind of looking south, I think it was. Now I have an option to go up these stairs to the summit, or go that way to another overlook. But I'm not exactly sure if that comes down the other way or I have to come back down this way or not. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go up these sets of stairs first, and I'll figure out when I get up there, because it's easier to come back down. Okay, I kind of made it, so to speak, so far. Got another little section up here I'll go up to in a second, but this looks like it's a 360-degree look over the summit of the mountain. So this way is O'ahu and Waikiki Beach. Alright, the next part's gonna be a lot of fun, like little ladder type steps. I'll come up on the second highest point. And again, this is Honolulu and Waikiki Beach. This is Waikiki Beach right here. This amazing view. Okay, let's make the hike look at it. Alright, this is it. This is the highest point I can get on Diamond Head. Wow. I'll give you a 360-degree view here. That was south. This is out into the ocean, out to the east. And there's the north. Oh, amazing. You can see the crater down below us. Gonna turn left more, off to the west. This amazing 360-degree view from up here. This is fantastic. It's beautiful. This made my pain and suffering of this hike worth it. To this point, to the summit, it took me about 50 minutes roughly to walk up here from where I parked. It was about 1.5 miles again from where I parked. Don't necessarily know from the visitor center, but that was it for me. So just keep that in mind when you're planning. I am going to go check out this alternate route to get down and start making my way down. I got a flight to catch. But before I go, one more view over this amazing view of Hawaii. Okay, well, it's much easier to go downhill, I hope. Still a beautiful view as I go down. And the lighthouse over here, off to, I think that's the east. I'm trying to remember all my directions, but it was worth the hike. Alright, now this is, if I went left from the bottom of those one stairs, I went up to the summit. Beautiful view still, nice breeze. Wonder what this is about. Looks like it used to be a lookout. Alright, I'm trying to decide if I really want to go in here or not, but you know what, let's go for it. How often am I going to be up here? Oh, it's a tight squeeze. Okay, oh, that was a tight squeeze. So, this appears to be a World War II lookout. Oh, a little dizzy trying to come down that. I should take a water break. These look like they supported guns as they look out for enemy boats, fighters that would be coming in. This is interesting. There's a tunnel back here. Let's see what's back here. Looks like a spiral staircase. This might be the spiral staircase that was on the map earlier. This just like it goes up to that concrete overlook that I was at. Now, but it looks like I could take this down because that was on the map. There's nowhere else for me to go because I could backtrack the way I came in here or take the spiral staircase, but let's go for an adventure, I guess. I mean, can you imagine this? You're a 18, 20-year-old kid, basically, during World War II, stationed up here for an outlook, just being a lookout for any enemy type of vessels, ships, planes coming in here. And you do have a beautiful view, but you have a job to do. Overlooking Honolulu and Waikiki Beach and out into the vast, endless ocean. Alright, I'm gonna go back to that tunnel, that spiral staircase, and make my descent. It won't be as picturesque, but it's gonna be educational and interesting because I'm just thinking this in terms of history, not just a beautiful view down a mountain. But oh geez, I'm gonna look over the side here, and okay, it's thankfully not too far down on the spiral staircase, just like a floor or two. Oh, this next level down is blocked off with a fence. So there must be another barracks, or not barracks. It could be a barracks, I don't know. Down that way. Let's continue down another level. It's dark, but it's cool, so that feels nice. Coming at the bottom of the spiral staircase, this seems to be another area. It looks like people might have climbed through the hole there. I do not recommend that kind of a thing. But you can't go past this either. You're not supposed to. I'm going to go down the tunnel at the end of that one staircase where I could have come up, but I decided to go the other route to go to the summit. Oh, the breeze here is amazing. Oh, shade, it feels so nice. And here I get to look down for all, I think there was 99 steps. I don't know if that includes the spiral staircase. Alright, I took a short break for some water and to stretch and let somebody go past. And I prefer going down a lot better. Hopefully I don't trip and fall and make my descent a lot more rapid than I intended to be. And this is interesting with the construction. This is a water well. So the water would go down this way if it rained versus going down the steps to make them slippery or more slippery. As part of the design. And I think these bars here, they might have used these as some sort of covering to protect you from the heat of the sun. I'm just assuming. Alright, I made it down to the bottom of those steps and I am back to where I was before I went out to the summit. So I'm back here to make my way back down. So yeah, we hit up all the spots. Amazing. So that's what that is. That's the gun barracks or gunner area. And I went right back through that tunnel. This isn't too bad. It's kind of a smooth, flatter type surface that's much easier to walk on. There is an ascent here, but it's no worse than any other trail ascent that we've had to do so far. It's a little tight going down the tunnel when people are coming from the other direction, but it's kind of hard to avoid that at some point. It's a popular destination to visit. Coming out of the tunnel, going down these steps again. One more last view down to the city. I'm back at that one, I guess, rest stop overlook place on the way back down. There's that bench. It's always interesting to get a different perspective going back the way you came, because just give you a better look. It's kind of like when you're trying to drive someplace, it feels like it takes you forever to get to a location, and then after you find where that spot is after the first time, the drive back to where you came from is so much shorter, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so you can see the winding path is going to go down, back and forth across the hillside, and I'm just glad gravity. Yeah, I'm definitely like to hike down better, but the terrain is a little challenging on the way down too, because you got to pay attention to all these grooves and things. That's cool. I just ran into that group. They're from Minnesota too, so that's awesome. I'm just taking a second here to take a time out to look up. That's where the summit. Gotta have a little bit of pride for making it up there for that hike, because I'm not used to hiking. Something was interesting about that group from Minnesota I just ran into. They're in town for the marathon. They have the marathon this weekend. Today is the 8th of December. So the marathon is this weekend, big marathon. So there's a group of 12 of them that came from Minnesota to run that marathon. So good luck to them. I hope they have fun and got a nice little warm up here going up the trail to the top of the summit. As I am nearing the Welcome Center, this is the last place, the last trash cans between now and when you get back. So take whatever you take in for trash, take back as I trip. And we are back on the beaten path, so to speak, the paved path back to the Welcome Center. And my feet are actually very thankful to get flat ground again. All right, and as I come up here to the Welcome Station, this is the last and only restrooms, the last and only water station, the last and only place really to get anything to drink or eat or whatever. So keep that in mind after you go past this point, because it is a hike up to the mountain. I didn't see the stuff coming in because I was in a rush basically to get on with it. If you want to do a Diamond Head hiking area tour, it's $4 plus tax. Diamond Head package. Well, you can read all this stuff. I'm not going to read it to you, but they have a couple different packages that you can do if you want it. Unfortunately, if I was paying attention, I would have stopped here on the way in because they're only open until 3:30. It's now almost 4:40, and I got here about 3. I'm just amazed at how many beautiful flowers Hawaii has. If you ever get a chance, just try to look at them up close. There are a lot of different flowers that you won't see in the mainland U.S., particularly in Minnesota. Compared to the hike to the summit, this is a nice leisurely stroll as I head back to the tunnel toward where my car was parked. All right, not to get gross, but looking at my hat on my walk back to my car, it is just soaked through, but I'm glad I wore it to keep the sweat out of my eyes and the sun. Coming out of the tunnel, heading toward the parking lot where I left my car, and nice view going this way still. We're still kind of up a little bit, not nearly as high as the summit, but it's hard not to find a beautiful view over the island. I just made it back to my car at the parking lot near the entrance to Diamond Head National Monument, and what an amazing time. I mean, I'm not much of a hiker, but I'm glad I did it. Beautiful views all around, 360. You can see for miles and miles, any direction. Just very hard to get a bad photo up there. Everything is just a wonderful view and picture and everything. I'm so glad I did it. But please do me a favor and subscribe. About 90% of our viewers are non-subscribers, so help us flip the number and help the channel grow. But details about this. So it is $5 per person, $10 per vehicle to park. So for me alone, it was $15 to go in. Also, keep in mind, reservations are required. I did not know that when I got here, and they were out of the hiking and parking option. So I had to park down the road, which was still $10, but they at least had hiking passes available. So they might turn you around if you do not have a pass. They'll email you that QR code or whatever after you buy it online. And then more details about this is it took me about 2 hours to hike up, hang out for a little bit, and hike back. It was almost through, I shouldn't say almost, it was just over 3 miles. It was like 3.2 miles for me from where my car was up to the summit and back. So keep that in mind. It's also kind of not easy to walk on areas at times, definitely not for a wheelchair. If you have balance issues or walker, definitely be careful with that kind of a thing. But be smart, take a hat, water, sunscreen, comfortable shoes, that kind of thing. I mean, it's a hike. You're not going around a city block. You're going up. I think the summit is 762 feet above sea level. So you're going up quite the distance. But I want to thank you for watching. I'm Bill. You've been watching KB Treks. Please do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Until then, good luck, have fun, and mahalo.